I'm Matyu Harris. I'm a philosophy graduate student at Duke University, and today I'll be discussing the formal fallacy of denying the antecedent. Denying the antecedent is a formal fallacy, meaning that the argument has a flaw contained in its logical form. This is important because whenever this pattern of argument occurs, regardless of topic or content, the argument will always be invalid. So how can we tell when the fallacy of denying the antecedent occurs? Well, it happens when we mistake the direction of a conditional or confuse it for a biconditional. And it starts with the denial of a conditional statement's antecedent, then concludes the denial of its consequent. The logical form of arguments that commit the fallacy of denying the antecedent will look like this. If P, then Q, not P, therefore not Q. Now let's take a look at this conditional. If you are a ski instructor, then you have a job. The antecedent statement of this conditional is you are a ski instructor, and the consequent is you have a job. But suppose someone made an argument with this conditional as its first premise. Premise 1, if you are a ski instructor, then you have a job. Premise 2, but you are not a ski instructor. Conclusion, therefore you do not have a job. Here, the second premise is a denial of the antecedent. This premise does not tell us that only ski instructors have jobs. So even if the conditional statement is true, that ski instructors have jobs, it cannot be inferred that if you are not a ski instructor, that you are unemployed. A conditional could validly be used to argue for the truth of its consequent by affirming the antecedent. We find this in arguments of the form called modus ponens. It is also valid to argue from the denial of the consequent to a denial of the antecedent, but is never, ever valid to deny the antecedent to reject its consequent. Let's try another example. If you are a property owner, then you are a human. But you are not a property owner, therefore you are not a human. The antecedent, that you are a property owner, is being denied. Even though you need to be a human to own property, this has no bearing on humans who do not own property at all. For example, graduate students. Let's consider one last example. If anyone is watching this video, then they are on the internet. Some people are not watching this video, therefore they are not on the internet. Again, denying the antecedent, but pointing out that not everyone is currently watching this video, does not validly demonstrate the denial of the consequent, that they are not on the internet at all. These have been a few cases that I hope will come in handy in avoiding this formal fallacy in your own arguments. For more related to the fallacy of denying the antecedent, I recommend that you take a look at the other related videos on informal and informal fallacies, the fallacy of affirming the consequent, and conditionals.